Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Uh, welcome, guys, for the to the fourth episode of the Plot Malaysia. And as you know by now, it's the show for the fans by the fans. Welcome to the show again, guys. Bit of a change in what we're going to talk about. I think we've decided based on priority, based on feedback of what we've heard, we can't go any further than talking about the Manchester Derby. It's coming up in
Yep.
2 days, so I think we've got to focus on the Manchester Derby since we've got a Manchester United fan, Mr. Ram, with us as well. And again, of course, myself, Hari, as you guys know already. So we want to focus on the Manchester Derby today. And get Ram's feelings going into the game. Actually, I think it's one of those games where he's probably going to come out crying at the end of it. But yeah, we want to know. We want to know. We want to know how he feels going into this game. So Ram, how's your weekend been, man, so far? I know we caught up yesterday. It was a good night out, wasn't it?
It was a really good night. It's been a long time since we both met up, for a couple of drinks and dinner. It was really nice meeting both of you. It was fantastic. It was really, really good. How about you, bro? Did you enjoy yourself yesterday?
I did thoroughly enjoy myself. And when he talks about the both of us, he's talking about myself and my wife. So yeah, it was great meeting you. It was great meeting you and Yalni as well. And yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it? It was good fun to get a few drinks in. But
really,
I tell you what, these
really
fortunately we didn't drink too much yesterday. But these hangovers these days, man, can't deal with it anymore, bro.
I guess with our age, it takes about 2 or 3 days to recover.
Yeah. It's horrible, man. It's horrendous, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. So Ram, tell me, man, how are you feeling going into the derby in a couple of days?
Actually, the derby is today, Harry, not a couple of days.
Oh, is it today, the derby? I thought it was on Tuesday. Is it today?
It's today, 12:30 midnight Malaysia time. It's today. Yes.
Okay,
that is right.
awesome. So how do you feel going into the game, man?
I feel great, actually, to be honest. I've never been more excited, for this game because, of course, we have run into a very slump of results lately. But I think this game is going to be a game changer for United. I feel this is, the game that a lot of United fans are looking forward to. Apart from the Liverpool game, of course, This is the second thing that we're looking forward to. Of course, the Manchester Derby is going to be great. I'm excited, bro. I can't tell you how excited I am, but I'm really looking forward to it.
That's good to hear, man. I'm surprised actually to hear your excitement. I thought I'd be fearful. I mean, United have had a decent season, I would say, right? Great. I mean, second in the table, you feel you have closed the gap. But at the same time, are you feeling confident going into this? Your form of late hasn't been great, right? I think you've got like 4 draws in the last 5 games or something. So you've become a bit of draw specialist. You've been drawing a lot of games. I don't think you're scoring a lot of goals. A lot of nil-nils in there as well.
Yep.
So yeah, are you feeling confident going into this? And why do you think there's been this drop-off in form?
Okay, first and foremost, Harry, I'm going to answer by saying, why am I feeling confident? I'm going to say, because I think, United's defense has been improving. Even though, yes, 0-0, I agree, we've not been scoring lots of goals, but I think the defense have seen some improvement. I think I'm pretty confident in that sense because if we're going to get City now, playing with City right now, today at 12:30, we need to first have a rock solid defense. And I think I have my predicted lineup that I'm going to share with you guys later, of course. But I feel that the defense is going to be the key thing. Why am I also confident, and how do I feel otherwise? Is that I think after 4 draws, Harry, honestly speaking, right? I think you as a Liverpool fan, you've probably seen it happen in Liverpool before, and of course, you see that after a couple of times, going into draws. The next game where people think that, you are the least favorite or you're not going to get anything out of it. And suddenly you come up with a surprise and then you get something out of it. And I'm sure you've seen this before, right, Harry, happening, during your time. Yes. So I do feel that way. I do feel that United are geared up today. I think they're going to give in their best shot. They can't close the gap, obviously, against City. They are too far ahead. But I think they want to put up a good fight today. So I think it's going to be a real mouth-watering clash today, Harry. I'm really looking forward to it.
You know what? It's a bit of a confusing game, man. As a neutral, I gotta say it's a bit of a confusing neutral in the sense that I want United to lose last. So, but as in Liverpool is not playing in the amongst the 2 teams, right? It's Manchester United, Manchester City. But it's a bit confusing, bro. I don't know how to predict this game because on the one hand you've got United who's in this really patchy form, right? Drawing a lot of games. Not only that, their form against the big 6 teams this season has been terrible. I think they have not scored a goal. If I'm not mistaken, against the big 6 teams or something. They haven't conceded many goals as well, but they haven't really scored goals. at all against the Big Six. A lot of draws in there. So you think, it's one of those games where they will struggle in, and Man City probably get the better of them, or it may be a draw. But at the same time, United's form against Man City has been pretty good in the last 2 or 3 seasons. I was reading a stat today, really interesting, right, guys? It kind of shocked me. City have lost 3 out of their 5 home league games against United. 3 out of their last 5 home league games against United, which kind of stunned me, especially in the form that United's been over the last few seasons, right? Ever since Alex left. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one for me to predict, man. So I don't know. What do you think has been the issue in this drop in form, though? What do you think has been what do you think has caused this drop in form?
Okay, honestly speaking, my opinion, why do I feel there's a drop in form is because I think there's too much of pressure going into every single game. I think that, instead of focusing on what they can do on that particular game that they're playing in, I feel at times, they're paying too much attention on how do I actually beat City off or kill City off and things like that. I know the philosophy is all about taking one game at a time. Take it one game at a time. And to be honest, Hari, in the beginning of the season where, United were flying high after, of course, a few losses here and there. But when they came up on top of the Premier League table at one point, I felt they were having the right attitude. Like, they were taking every game. They were playing every game as if it was a final game, like a FA Cup final or a Champions League final, But I realized, in my opinion, I don't know if the fans out there, I don't know if you guys will agree with me, but I think lately they have been putting too much of pressure on themselves. They think that they're going into every game, okay, as long as I avoid a defeat, rather than, hey, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go and win this game, But then they realize that they're too far behind City right now. And I hope that, the attitude changes today, because it's honestly, United have nothing to lose right now. They're not going to win the title, okay, obviously.
Yeah,
but
thank God for that, man. Thank God for that, yeah.
I knew you were going to say that, bro. But still, what I'm saying is that, I just feel that, honestly speaking, if they go into the game today showing City a good fight, I think, it could give a good end to the season. Like, it could have a good finishing run to the season, where if City were to drop points today, even if it's a draw or a loss, I think it's really, really going to set a good final run of the season. And I really hope United be the first team after a long run for City, a good run for City, to be able to be the first team to do that. So I'm really, really, really very sure something is about to happen today. But honestly speaking, Hari, in light to your question to that, I think United will score first.
Really interesting. And I'm sure we're going to go into the match prediction and the team lineup very soon as well, and what Ram's preferred lineup is. But yeah, before we go into that, Ram, where do you lie in this camp, man? So, we've after Sir Alex Ferguson, you've had David Moyes, who I think is a mediocre coach, to be honest. He's doing okay with West Ham right now, but I don't think he's meant for a big club. Then had Louis van Gaal, you had Jose Mourinho, you had Ryan Giggs for a short spell in there, and then now you've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's been the longest of the lot. I think he's been there for two and a half years now, or amongst the longest of the lot. What camp do you fall in, man? I talk to United fans. Some people say they Ole in, some say Ole out. So what's the famous thing they always say? Ole's
at the wheel.
Ole's at the wheel. Ole's at the wheel. So are you in for that, or are you out for that? Are you Ole in or Ole out for next season? I don't think it's going to happen this year, of course, but for next season, where do you stand on this?
To be very honest, Hari, and to all the United fans over here, initially when Ole came in, of course, I thought he was just an interim manager. He's not going to do much. He's probably going to have that feel-good factor, and of course, that's going to help a lot of fans. Initially, I thought Ole was not going to last, but when I saw his dedication to the team, I saw his never give up attitude. Like, he really believed in the players. He has actually believed playing the United way. And if you notice, like United going behind, coming back, after 2 goals down, scoring lots of goals lately and stuff like that. But the honest truth, right? I feel Ole in. I've always been Ole in, because he has been a phenomenal striker at United at one point. And of course, Liverpool fans hate him because he always used to score against Liverpool, he's always. So for me, it's always been Ole in, Hari, because I really love him as a manager, because he's done so much for the club, and I hope that he could emulate Sir Alex Ferguson in the long run. And I really, really hope, the coaching staff, the board of directors in United give him a good solid 4 to 5 years to build his team and not just put on so much of pressure. I think he deserves that. And I think, he deserves that, like how Klopp deserved it in Liverpool. I think he should be given that sort of a chance. So that's basically what I feel about that. So yes, Ole in for me.
Oh, interesting to see, man. Interesting to see. The funny thing, right? You say club legends, you
Mm.
always want your club legends to do well, right? But it doesn't always work out, right? If you look at it,
Nah,
Pep
it doesn't.
Guardiola, it worked out at Barcelona, but there are a lot of club legends who have gone back and then they've not really
Yep.
worked out as managers. So that's an interesting one, man. I mean, I'd love to see Steven Gerrard back at Liverpool. He's flying with
I'm
Rangers.
sure.
He's going to win the league with Rangers. After 10 years, they're going to win the league. So yeah, man, at some point in time, not now, obviously, we love Klopp, but at some point in time, I'd love to see him back. And I think he'll make a good manager. That's interesting. So listen, I think we want to talk about this. I want you to give me your opinion, and then I'll give you my opinion as well, right? Because I'm sitting in the City camp. I'm sitting in the City camp for this game, 100%, right? So
I know, obviously.
So which City player are you most fearful of? Or you can maybe name one or two players that are really most fearful of going into this game.
Okay, to be honest, there are two players that I am actually, as a United fan, I think I'm quite fearful of them. There's, of course, Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez. I think these two players pose a very strong threat, going down. I mean, of course, De Bruyne giving amazing deliveries. And of course, Mahrez, the way he cuts back into the left-hand side and, with his amazing left foot, I think he's brilliant. So these are the two players that I am very fearful of. Yep.
Awesome. That's really good. Those two big players, man. I think Kevin De Bruyne, everyone would have gone for. But, people may have said, I would probably say maybe another one you might fear is Gundogan. He didn't play, I think, against Wolves. He came on as a substitute. So he's a key player for them. He'll definitely start this one. But Mahrez is a great pick, man. I'm a big fan of Riyad Mahrez. He's got a wand of a left foot. He can't get the ball off his left foot. It almost sticks to his foot. And then he's got a fantastic shot on him. So he can curl a fantastic left footer into the box. He delivers great balls into the box for assists as well. Yeah, two good picks, man. Those ones. Yeah. Looking at that.
So you were saying Gundogan is the other one.
I think Gundogan's another because he's scoring a lot of goals from deep. Sterling, of course, is always produced. So they've got a lot of weapons, I think. But yeah, I think based on current form, man, Gundogan and I'd probably say Riyad Mahrez, he was brilliant in the last game. I think he was man of the match. Man, those two players. Apart from a lot of other players they have that are going to be a threat. Okay, so give us your lineup, Ram. What do you want to see United play going into this game? And do you think Ole will go with that team? Yeah.
Okay, so I really hope Ole goes with this because I think I want to give a few players a chance to shine if I was Ole because I had enough of some of the players that have been playing the last few matches. So I think I want to drop them off the team and I would like to see these people coming off the bench and starting up today. So I'm going to go with Henderson as the goalkeeper. All right, today. All right. And then of course the back four, I'm going to go very quickly with of course Eric Bailly, Maguire in the middle.
Yep.
All right. Wan-Bissaka on the right and Shaw on the left. That seems unchanged because I think those are the rock solid defense that I think United have.
So you're playing 4 at the back, right? Not 5 at the back.
4 at the back.
Yep.
4 at the back. Yep. That's right. And then I'm going to go for Fred, of course, as the holding midfielder.
Yep.
In the center with Van de Beek. Now, most people are not going to agree with me on this.
Oh, I'm shocked at this one. Yeah. This is your preferred lineup, right? Not what you think Ole is going to do.
This is my preferred.
Yep.
This is my preferred for today's game because I've seen enough of Matic and Fred. They are just two holding midfielders, and they don't pose any attacking threat, I feel. So I think with Van de Beek, itching to shine, I think he'll be a good pick today. And then, of course, James on the right-hand side. We've got Fernandes and Rashford on the left-hand side with Martial as the lone striker because I believe Cavani is not fit to play this game. So I think Martial will be in as the lone striker.
Oh, is that so? Cavani is not fit, is it, for this game?
Yes. From what I've heard, I think Cavani is not fit to play. But I'll be surprised. You never know these games. Last-minute changes, Cavani could suddenly be in. But at the moment, Cavani doesn't look like he's going to start.
Do you think Ole will play that side? Do you think Ole will play that side? Or do you think he's going to differ from your view?
He's probably going to differ on.
He's going to play two. He's going to play two defensive midfielders, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to play safe.
He's going to play safe. De Gea is going to be the goalkeeper for sure if he's able to come on. And of course, I think either Matic or Scott McTominay to actually replace that position that I planned for Van de Beek. So that's what it's going to look like. But honestly, Hari, if I were to be honest, and to all the United fans over here, of course, leave your comments down below and let us know what you think. But why do I feel Van de Beek deserves a chance? It's because he is now at that moment where, you know, he has not been played a lot of games. And of course, this is a big game for him to shine. I personally think United have nothing to lose. Give him a run of, like, you know, the first half, for first 45 minutes, first 1 hour of the game. See how he actually fares in the game. He could do something because he does pose an attacking threat. So I really, really hope that happens, but I don't think Solskjaer will go with it. So that's what I feel. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I mean, if I give my thoughts, I think Man City will. I mean, I'm not an expert on Man City, to be honest, but I think they're going to play. I think they're going to play their normal game, and they've got too many options, right? They keep rotating players. They've got too many options in the front six position. So I think it'll definitely be, of course, Edison. I think he's going to play. I think Walker will play this game. I think Diaz will play in the center with John Stones, and João Cancelo, who's been really key for them, will play left back. I think in the midfield they've got so many options, but I think they will go Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and they will go Gundogan. And I think up front, this is where it's tricky, right? I think he'll go with Sterling, because I think Sterling plays in the big games for him. Sterling, I think he will go with Mahrez, who is on form on the right. And this is the tricky one, right? I'm going to say he's going to go with Gabriel Jesus, because he scored a few goals recently. So I think Gabriel Jesus will start in the center.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay. I think Jesus will start. I think he scored a couple of goals against Wolves, so I think he'll go with form, and I think he'll definitely start. But that's really interesting, man. So, what's your prediction for the game, Ram? Come on, tell us. How do you think the game is going to go? Firstly, is City going to score first? Is United going to score first? But how is it going to end up? What's your prediction for this game? And don't be biased, bro. Don't be biased.
Okay. I think it's going to be a really mouth-watering clash. There's going to be a lot of goals. I do see a lot of goals in this game. All right. So I'm going to go with a 3-2 win to United. 3-2.
Yep.
Okay. Why do I say that? It's because I think as City is going to attack, you know, United have attack in pace as well. So when they counter attack, they do have a good chance to actually exploit.
Yep.
And honestly speaking, right, I realize whenever United play with City, Sterling doesn't really shine that much if he starts. He doesn't really score much goals against United. So I'm quite positive about that if he does start. So I think with the current record of form that we do have at Etihad, you know, and of course we did double over them last season, if you remember. So I think the first 15 minutes is going to be very crucial. So I think as long as United can prevent City from scoring the first 20 minutes of the game, I think United could win this game. But if City scores first, and most of the time, if you watch the latest game so far, the first 2-3 minutes they're scoring goals, man. You know, it's really scary, you know. So if United can prevent that from happening, I honestly think that they are in it with a chance, and they are in it with a fight. So United fans, tell us what you think. Leave your comments below.
I think it's a good point, man. City start out of the blocks, right? They try and score an early goal. Because if they score an early goal, then the teams are generally, I mean, they've got a lead, right? So they've got something to hold. I mean, they've got their lead. They've got what they want. And then they pressure from the front. They don't let the teams get out. Teams have to change their strategy of just defending against them because they're already losing the game. And they're really good, man. I was watching like some of the highlights against Wolves, and they really press from the front. They don't let players get out. Very intense. They're very fit as well because they're getting a lot of breaks, right? A lot of rotation in the team. I think the way United can hit them, I think you're right, is on the counter attack. And through pace, because we talked about City's formation the other day and tactics, guys, and you'll see they play this really cool way of it's almost
2-5-3 or something like that.
2-3-5 or something like that is what they go with. You know, 2-3-5. You know, and so the gaps are there, especially in the fullback areas. So I think with Rashford, he probably will go with Daniel James or Mason Greenwood because they've got a lot of pace down that side as well. And if they play these long balls early in, they will get the space to run down those flanks, I think. So I think that's where United can hurt City. But, I mean, it's a tall order, man. They're a really, really good team. Awesome. Guys, listen, we've come to the end of the show. We want to hear your feedback as well. We want to hear your thoughts as well. Let us know who's going to win this game. I mean, United, I don't think are going to win this game. But yeah, give us your thoughts and feedbacks. You know, and I mean, United's that's not going to happen, man. You guys are going to lose. My prediction for the game, I haven't given my prediction for the game. 4-0 to Man City. 4-0 to Man City.
Oh, come on. Just because City beat Liverpool and Anfield 4-1 is like, what, 4-0 to City?
4-0 to City. 4-0 to City. Let me show you this, man. So guys, I have to show you this, man. Ram's showing you this T-shirt. I'm going to show you mine, man. It says the bird. This bird will, let me see this. This bird will never be my ex. And that's the Liverpool bird, the Liverbird. So it's really, I love this T-shirt. So, I mean, I don't know if you've heard the story. This is a really interesting story for the guys, right? So if I'm a big fan of Peter Crouch, man. He's an awesome. Obviously, he was a Liverpool player. It was awesome. It is a really funny, very very humorous guy, right? He's one of those really entertaining guys. Really entertaining guys in football, right? So I don't know if you heard this story. So he had a very interesting story once. They asked him any funny Christmas stories to talk about, any funny Christmas secret Santa stories to talk about, right? Because a lot of these clubs that he was playing with, they used to have this Christmas tradition. They used to play Secret Santa as well. So when he was at Liverpool, this is a really cool story he said where Xabi Alonso drew someone's name from Secret Santa. So he brought a gift for that person. And he didn't name the player, of course. He's not going to name that player. But he brought him a bird in a cage, basically, and gave him a bird in the cage. And the reason was very simply because no one in the club had seen that player with a bird ever before. So he's a really humorous guy, man, Peter Crouch.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen, a bit of humor to end the show, some stories to share. But yeah, great having you, Ram. Listen, all the best for the game. I hope you didn't come out on the wrong side, but yeah, all the best anyway, bro. You're going to be watching it for sure, right?
Of course, of course.
So when we do the show next, guys, you're going to see a depressed look on Ram's face, and we're going to get him to review the match as well. But yeah, listen, awesome. We just want to end with a really quick trivia, guys. Yep. How many can you name the players? We did Liverpool, we did Manchester United, Chelsea last time, but can you name the players in the Premier League era who have played for both Liverpool and Chelsea? I think this one is very interesting. This is very interesting because a lot of players have played for Liverpool and Chelsea. The most famous one, so I'll name him. The most famous one, I think, is Fernando Torres. Everyone knows Liverpool, Chelsea, and then he just fell off the cliff, right? So, but I think there are another 8 or 9 players on top of that. So I think the total of 10 players. So if you could name those players, drop your comments, and then we'll go through those comments next time around, guys. We also, would love to read out your comments moving forward. Listen, Ram, awesome, great catching up, man. All the best again. All the best again for the game. Liverpool have got a game tonight as well, so I'm going to be awake. Leave your comments, guys.
All right. Hopefully they lose.
Not going to happen. I mean, I can't say. Leave your comments, guys. Hit the subscribe button at the bottom as well. Signing off from the plot. Cheers, Ram. For the fans.
Cheers.
By the fans, guys.
By the fans. Take care.